On today's episode of Wrong Side, we dive into Jake's weekend at the 3M. He's done with his internship, wrapping it up, hear about the tournament weekend, the Pro-Am, any celebrity stories. Then we dive into the NFL training camp, and college football season is now upon us. The Buckeyes are reporting for camp. NFL teams are showing up to their camps in Oxnard, in Seattle, all over the country. Injury news, stuff to look forward to, the Hall of Fame game. The MLB trade deadline is coming up. Our predictions, what we think will happen, and Jake has a fun topic to debate on. Clutch Moment of the Week brought to you by Shore Metals and Outside the Line. In the world full of champions, we find ourselves on the wrong side. What? Welcome back, Wrong Siders. Today is July 30th. Happy Wrong Side Wednesday. We're up and at 'em again. No matter the time, no matter the busy season, no matter the PGA tournament, we're here. We're ready for you guys. A lot of fun topics to talk about. We've been doing a lot of fun talk in the past couple weeks of Jake and prepping for the 3M. We've talked a lot of golf over the summer, but the 3M is now open. Going to give kind of the floor to Jake, talk about his week on the course, in the tournament, the Pro-Am, the championship, the weekend. Let's hear it. Start from last week and let's hear how it went.
Yeah, starting on last week, on Monday was the first Pro-Am. Basically, at that first Pro-Am, they were some of the PGA pros and some of our partners and sponsors that we have. So it was a smaller field. It was about, I'm going to say there were probably 100 total people.
Okay.
Combined between PGA pros and the amateurs. They played. My job basically was I had to help out with the registering and getting their gifts ready for the amateurs when they came up to the registration table. And then I was basically in charge of making sure all the players were either getting to the range to warm up or making sure they had their tee time correct, making sure either if they needed to be assigned a caddy or if they were bringing their own caddy, we made sure they got a bib ready to go. So that was cool. Cool first interaction with player on Monday was Tony Finau. I was driving around the putting green and driving range area, and he was signing some autographs. And I was like, "Hey Tony, what's up? How are you?" He's like, "Good man." And I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I take a picture with you?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I took a picture with him. So that was cool. First selfie of the week. Super nice, just as casual as possible. So that was cool. And then got the tournament underway. After that, Monday was kind of just out of, like, didn't have anything much to say about that one. Tuesday came along. We had the pairings party over at the Depot Hotel in downtown Minneapolis. Basically,
Didn't
that
have
was
any nice clothes like you mentioned last week.
didn't I actually did. I actually did have any. I
Okay.
did have one Peter Millar button up that I had gotten from the
Okay.
internship with the 3M logo on the sleeve. So I still had enough to be somewhat fancy for the night. My job was to man. Basically, the party was to kick off the whole Wednesday Pro-Am that we were supposed to have on the next day and kind of for the whole week. Basically, all of our partners and the amateurs that were playing in it. The next day came. There was food. They were able to collect their gifts. They got a hat. They got a hybrid. They were able to order some other gear from the 3M. So that was pretty cool. My job during that was to work one of the tables with the gear. So I didn't really get to interact with some of the people that were there, but that was still pretty cool. I did actually have one cool interaction, and one interaction I wish I got to have, but it didn't happen. One interaction I did get to have was NFL Hall of Famer Randall McDaniel, Vikings player, came by the table. He ordered his gear. Super nice guy. He was in the gold jacket, Hall of Fame jacket
cool.
at the party. So that was cool.
That's
he was super
badass.
nice guy.
Respect.
He had his Hall of Fame ring on. Helped him order his stuff. He was super cool. And then I saw him later in the week and he remembered me. So that was pretty cool. The interaction I did not get to have, and I would have said, "Hey, what's up?" Big fan ears, was Melvin Gordon. The third was there, but didn't get to have the interaction with him. He just ordered his gear on his phone and walked right by. So that kind of sucked. But other than that, he was repping the Big Ten though while he was there, wearing his Wisconsin hat at the party. So that was cool.
Okay, very cool.
So that was kind of Tuesday. Wednesday was kind of a crapshoot. The weather was terrible. It was rain on and off, cats and dogs. But that didn't stop me from having interactions with some players and some of the amateurs that were playing. First interaction was actually a double two-player interaction. I caught Gary Woodland and Adam Scott before they were walking to the locker room. I was like, "Hey, you might have to take a picture." Got a selfie with both of them, so that was cool. Told Gary that I loved his story on Full Swing, that it was super inspirational, and he appreciated that. So that was pretty awesome. And then I saw Johnny Vegas later in the day. I said, "What's up?" He gave me a thumbs up back. That was cool. And I would say best interaction of that Wednesday, even though the Pro-Am ended up getting canceled, sadly, because of rain, is Ohio State Buckeye and teammate of Mark Titus, Mike Conley.
Awesome.
I saw him. I was like, "Hey, Mike, big fan of yours. Go Buckeyes." And he said, "Go Buckeyes." And he gave me an OH, and I gave him an IO back. And he was like, "Hey, man, what year are you there?" And I was like, he was like, "I'm going to be a junior." He was like, "That's so awesome that they won a national championship in football while you were there." And I was like, "Yeah." And I asked him for a selfie, got a selfie. It was great. That was probably the best interaction I had on that day. And then we got into Thursday.
Joel Damon.
Joel, no, that was later in the week. That was Friday.
Okay.
That was Friday. Thursday came around. First day of tournament. It was full go. We were all hands on deck. That was an early morning for sure. And it is. I'll tell you, being behind the scenes, it's not like how it looks on TV. It's full go. You see the stress of everybody. We're moving things in and out the door. But it was surreal. For part of the day, I had to do some stuff on course for a couple of events that I had to be a part of. But when I wasn't, my boss was able to just let me walk around the grounds and watch golf, and it was like you're in heaven. Like you're right on top of the players, you're right on the course with them. It was unreal. That was amazing. After first day of play, I mean, it was surreal. Friday came around, even better. I mean, that was third. Somebody posted 60 on day one. I mean, course record.
High winner. Yeah.
That was unbelievable. And then on Friday, I had an event off site. It was a business breakfast with our partners, and some other people. It was some of the speakers from 3M and the guy who wrote the Herb Brooks biography. And ended up getting a copy of the biography, so I have it here in the apartment. So that was pretty cool. It's signed by the author. That will be my beach book when I go to North Carolina to read, because Olivia likes to read while she's on the beach. So I'll be reading that. Awesome. And it's the stories of Mike Eruzione and Jim Craig in there, so that's even better.
Awesome. All about you.
Got back to the course on Friday. Didn't have much to do. Kind of just followed Max Homa most of the day. Followed his round. But while I was following his round, I was walking on 13 on the way back from the office. It was so hot, I just needed water and air conditioning. But I was walking on 13, and basically you would like this, and I think almost all the fans like this, as we have a deal on 13 where if somebody birdies, it's a par 3. If somebody birdies, it's 2-for-1 beers for 10 minutes. Modelo's or Pacificos.
Wow, what a deal.
So Tom Kim, shout out him. He was off the green and he chipped in for birdie, and everyone just flocked over to the booth. It was unreal. It was a great chip-in.
Awesome.
So Friday was good. After Friday, or later on Friday, I had to do some shuttling of the players back and forth to the clubhouse. And I didn't get to take him to the range. I actually ended up taking him back from the range, but Joel Damon was on the range. He was practicing some putting, and I was like, "Hey, Mr. Damon, would you be okay if I took a selfie with you?" He was like, "Yeah, of course." Gave me the peace sign, big smile. I told him big fan of his, loved his story, and that wishing him luck the rest of the weekend, and he appreciated it. It was definitely weird seeing him not with Gino, longtime caddy. He was new caddy this weekend. So it was interesting to see. Seemed like they gelled pretty well. Saturday came around. Mom and Dad came to the tournament. It was bloody hot. But they enjoyed it.
Good.
I was working a tent called the Honorary Observer, basically where they're walking inside the ropes, somewhat with the players, a little bit further back. But I was working that tent, checking people in, and then kind of just walked around with Mom and Dad for a little bit. And then at night was Lee Bryce performed concert.
That's
so
cool.
That was pretty cool. And then Sunday came around, and it was big go time, championship Sunday. I mean, we had guys shooting low, and we didn't know who was going to win that one, especially because we had like 8 or 9 guys pretty close with each other, and ended up getting to watch the final putt on 18 right there, literally right on the grass right behind the green. So that was awesome. And then got to take a picture with Kurt Kitayama, champion, and he was a super nice guy. This is his second win on tour, and he did not have his regular caddy with him this weekend. He actually had his brother fly in to caddy him this
Brutal.
weekend.
That means that guy's fired.
So it looks like they'll be sticking together the rest of the way this year. But no, overall,
Very
great
cool.
tournament for sure.
Very cool. Sounds like a great week. Awesome time. A lot of fun. I know Mom and Dad sent a lot of good pics. That looked fun. Great experience. A fun summer. Wrap it up now. Get to go back to Columbus. I know you got your trip. I think. Are you coming home at all?
I am coming home. I'm coming home for 6 days. I got 3 rounds of golf planned.
Okay.
See some of the boys, and get the home food in, and then go out to North Carolina.
Very cool. Well, sounds like it was a great summer, all leading up to a great week on the course. 3M was awesome. We watched some of it on TV. Jake was sending me some pictures. Looked awesome. Looked like a fun time. Nice to see that all come together, and a good resume booster now moving forward for you with Dad and Nike, and now on to the next thing, where the next adventure will take us. But very exciting. I know we're going to probably talk some golf in a couple weeks, probably for the Ryder Cup when that comes up. But thank God golf is virtually over for our conversations for the most part now. We got football. Football is here. Training camp has started. Some injuries here and there. The Buckeyes are about to be back in session for Ohio State as well. Saw a great video today. I don't know if you saw that one. It was like a minute and a half, basically like a reel of the year one of their guys made. Very cool video. Check it out if you didn't watch. But Buckeyes are back in action. They've started reporting the campus. I saw Jeremiah Smith. I don't know if you saw that video with Barstool
New
Tate.
helmet.
And
he's got a new helmet.
Okay. Did you see the video of him with Barstool Tate and Double Vodka Don? Did you see that video?
I did see that one.
If you didn't notice where they are in that video, they were at Upper Arlington High School. So shout out Upper Arlington. That's where they're at. I noticed when I was watching the video, I was like, I think that's UA. So I texted Joe and Sam and confirmed it. So at UA, go Bears. And now in the NFL. Quick thoughts, anything you've been seeing? Seems like there's been some injuries in Dallas, which kind of sucks. Guyton got hurt. Another O-lineman broke a neck bone, I saw. So the O-line is taking a major hit in the first couple days. They paid Ferguson. Mike is still not practicing, but he's there. Dak and Pickens look like they're playing really well. Cowboys are going to cowboy. So, it's going to be an interesting year, but that's what I've seen. What have you seen? Any other teams in the NFL? What else?
Yeah. I think here, I'll talk Seahawk football for a couple of minutes. Number one, sadly to say, hope he heals up soon. Kenny McIntosh hurt. So he got hurt He got hurt earlier. He got hurt over the last week. So we're now we have Kenny Walker and third string running back I can't even think of besides Charbonnet. After Charbonnet, I don't even know who the running back is, so that sucks. Kenny McIntosh thought he was going to be another good option for us, but that didn't work out. Another Seahawks news: we will be August 28th, I think is the date of it. We'll be revealing our rivalry jersey that we will wear 3 times this year. So excited to see for that.
That seems like a lot, no?
No, I mean, we'll wear it once against the Cardinals, once against the Rams, once against the Niners.
Divisional games. I see.
Yeah, rivalries. Okay. Rivalries. Supposedly, I saw the video. JSN got introduced to the jersey. Said he liked it. Said the fans will like it, and said even though some of the guys on our team who don't have swagger, they'll be able to pull it off too. So that'll be fun. Could be another jersey purchase. We will see, depending on what it looks like.
Okay.
Looking at another team, sadly, it's another divisional team, but he is a Buckeye. Fantastic. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks unreal right now.
Looks good, yeah. Saw one video of him burning Denzel. I did see that. I don't know if you saw that one, a friendly crime. Saw some good plays of Cody Simon as well. I don't know if you caught those.
I did not see that. I did see the burn by Marv, and I also saw the one hand that he had.
Yep. That was great. Okay, who else? Anybody else you caught your eye so far on the league?
Bengals.
Good or bad?
Bengals finally getting guys to report to camp. Look at them. Looks like they're restructuring, and looks like they're going to be able to get some of their players to report to camp. Looks like they'll be ready to go. I know Joe will be happy. Joey B will be happy that his players are finally reporting. He'll make sure to take care of his players, I'm sure. The team that I am worried about, and I know it's early and camp has just started, I think talks are around, is the Detroit Lions.
Okay, a lot of people have said that recently, actually. I've talked to a couple of people just out in Boston. They're like, I think the Lions are going to miss the playoffs. I don't think they're as good. It seems like that's kind of the consensus right now.
I don't know if they're going to miss the playoffs. I do think that they are going to possibly struggle this year. New coordinators, definitely going to – it's going to be different for Goff with new coordinators. It's going to be a change of pace.
Both offense and
on both
defense.
sides of the ball. I think guys are going to have to adjust, and I think that they're going to have to – it's going to be a lot tougher to win games in certain situations that they were able to last year. So I think the Lions are the team that I'm worried about in the NFC.
Okay. I have been seeing that recently. I mean, both sides of the ball. Obviously, Goff with no Ben Johnson. That's going to be interesting. And the defense, no Aaron Glenn. He's in New York now. I will say it seems like that seems a common pick. I do not see it that way. A lot of people have been saying like, oh, Lions this, Lions that. I don't see it. I think the Lions are still a very good team. I think Goff is a good enough quarterback. I think the weapons are still there. You have Gibbs, you have Laporta, you have Amon-Ra. Team's good. Jameson Williams. I don't see them as a struggling team. I will say one team in that division does look like they're in the news again is Ben Johnson and the Bears. No Joey, obviously, now to defend himself, but the Bears look like they are having kind of a little bit of a trouble, but not. It's just new coach trouble to me. It looks like I don't think the Bears. Right. I'm not giving up on Caleb Williams. I'm not giving up on the system. Ben Johnson is a good coach. He will make it work, I believe. I just think it's going to take time. I do not see the Bears. The Bears, in my opinion, also don't have the skill players like the Lions. I don't think the running backs are as good. I think I would take Gibbs over Swift or Montgomery over Swift, and then I know they have Colston Loveland now and DJ Moore and Rome, but if they can get going like that, I could see it working out. I just don't think it's going to be a week 1 through 4 thing. I think it's going to take time. It might be a situation where Caleb is playing a little more in the preseason just to get himself under control. Other than that, go ahead. Sorry.
I think also on the NFC side, I know this was a week ago, and I know it's preseason, and not even preseason, it's training camp, but Jackson Dart doesn't look that great. I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. I know it was the pick 6. I know it's in camp, but I mean, Russ already has the job locked up, but who knows what him and the G-men are up to next year.
The best thing about training camp is everybody will react and overreact over 5-second clips.
It's a lot of rage bait. It's a lot of rage bait.
Saw one of Dak throwing like a bomb to George Pickens, and then saw another video of Dak throwing a pick six in the red zone, and I was like, these are both like, it's just something, but it gets people talking, and obviously ESPN is now happy because their coverage is now back on NFL. They don't have to talk about bullshit. They don't have to talk about LeBron or the Cowboys or crap like that. So football is back, which is awesome. Thursday we get preseason Hall of Fame game in beautiful Canton, Ohio. We got the Chargers-Lions. I'm pretty sure that's the game. I saw Trey Lance might get some run for the Chargers, which will be interesting. I don't know who's going to be playing for the Lions, but I know Trey Lance will be playing. So very exciting. It's a new Hall of Fame class. That's going to be great. Last thing I will say about the NFL, Chiefs. I don't know if you've been seeing any videos, but Josh Simons is throwing people around. I think he's going to be great. Yeah. Dean and obviously all of Chiefs Twitter I've seen are very excited. They can't believe they got this kid at 32. They can't believe he's there. He's going to dominate. He's playing so well. They're already deciding who's going to play the right tackle, maybe move the left tackle. He looks great, looks healthy. People keep tweeting it's crazy that we didn't have him or Seth for the playoff run, which is completely true. Right. We didn't have either. So very impressive by Ohio State. I've said it before in the fall and the spring. The best thing about that Ohio State run wasn't the games, wasn't the wins, wasn't the yards, wasn't a touchdown. It was that O-line molding together for the next season. And I really do think that's going to benefit us with James Peoples, with CJ Donaldson, with potentially Turbo, Bo Jackson, those kind of guys. So
for sure,
should be fun. Love to keep seeing the Buckeyes. Baker Mayfield even shouted out Mecca. I don't know if you saw that too.
Yes,
he said he's one guy who just looks like a dog. The Buckeyes are great. I saw a great video of Travion making a good cut too. So very excited. It was, with a Buckeye class like that, it's fun to follow them as years go on. Definitely. I'm always going to care for that team. They won. So I'm always going to follow them. And, I don't know the outcome of Judkins, and that's going to be down the line. So, that'll get worked out. But other than that, hopefully Will Howard gets himself into a spot to be the backup quarterback. You never know with Rodgers at this age. So excited. But football officially back. This time next week, we'll be talking preseason games. I will probably be talking more football. So I'm very excited about that. It should be very fun. Shifting gears now away from the NFL. It's currently recording this on July 29th at night. We're less than 2 days, I'd say. We're 24 hours, 36. I'd say we're about 46, 47 hours away from the trade deadline. But no, that can't be right. Hold on, let me do my math again. We're 12 o'clock. Let's just call it midnight. So we got another day, 24.
It's Thursday,
36,
5 p.m., right?
42 hours till the trade deadline. A very, very, very slow trade deadline. I felt like 2 weeks ago we heard all these names, and now we've heard nothing. We've kept seeing. The only notifications that I've been getting over the last 2 days are X team interested in X player, or X player interested in X this, and it's like willing to trade this but not that. So it hasn't been too exciting. I don't really know if there will be big names. It looks like people have really high asking prices, which that always happens, but teams kind of usually balk at the idea or just get the deal done. But nothing really crazy. Not big, I would call it, just kind of interesting trade today was Sir Anthony Dominguez. I think he went from Baltimore to Toronto, or the other way around.
Baltimore to Toronto, yeah.
Baltimore to Toronto, and they had a doubleheader today. So he wasn't in game one, but he switched dugouts and pitched game 2 against Baltimore, which was kind of funny. So that was kind of the only notable trade, in my opinion. I saw Danny Jansen got traded to the Brewers, I'm pretty sure. But other than that, a lot of guys, a lot of teams, both leagues. I think the AL gets a lot of crap for basically people saying they're not good. It's underrated league. Look, I have no problem saying that the NL is better. I will. But to say that the NL is worlds better is crazy. I looked. The Angels are 4.5 back in the AL. I think we would be 6 games back in the NL. So it's not a crazy discrepancy. Right. A lot of bad teams on both sides. But a lot of teams kind of in that weird spot, similar to the Angels, where should they just go for it and win? Should they sell? Should they buy? Everyone's still kind of in the mix. So we're less than 2 days out. What are your thoughts? Let's go Angels first, and then we'll go right. any predictions you got for the rest of the deadline.
We'll go Angels first. I think we are going to sell. That's the hope in me. But I know it won't happen. Taylor Ward is going to be in the National League. by Thursday.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to say in the National League West somewhere. Can't tell you which team, but one of the National League West teams. Rengifo will be gone, I think. I think he's going to go somewhere else in the AL. I would say somewhere in the Central.
Okay.
And who else can we trade? Those are my
We got
two.
Kenley.
Right
we
now.
got Moncada. We got
Yes. I think
Tyler
Kenley.
Anderson.
Here's a take for you. Kenley Jansen will be a Cleveland Guardian by Thursday night.
Ooh. Interesting take. They're not out of it at all, and
They're
have
not
the
out of it,
prospects
and they
to do
just
it.
lost. They have the prospects to do it. They always have them, and they just lost their closer. So Kenley Jansen will be a Cleveland Guardian by Thursday at 5 p.m.
Okay, I like that. I'm in on that take. Yeah, I mean, I would love for the Angels to do a full sell. I mean, that's top to bottom. Taylor Ward, Kenley, Yohan Moncada, Rengifo, Tyler Anderson, anybody going on an expiring contract.
Do
I
it
really
all.
hope they do.
Do it all.
Yeah. I'm not saying every player that I just named is going to bring back top 10 guys, great prospects, but it can get you into it just can get you into better prospects. Let's get more guys developing. Let's get guys into our system. I think that will really help. But I don't know. It's currently while we're recording
I also have one other take, pitching wise.
Wait, is this Angel or no?
Oh no, I'll wait then.
Okay.
I'll wait for that. Sorry. I'll wait for that. Sorry.
So yeah. So I mean, while we're recording this, currently it's 3-2 Angels against the Rangers. If they win today, win tomorrow, I don't know what will happen on Thursday. If we are one game under 500, that puts us, I'm pretty sure, one game over 500 since the All-Star break. So it should be very interesting to see. Don't really know what will happen. I prefer to sell. I think if you go I think the Tigers approach from last year, I've been saying it for a couple weeks now, is the best way. Sell, see if young guys can keep playing well and move on with our lives. If not, no big deal. If they can, awesome, you're in the race for August. But it just sucks. We're 3 games under right now as we're recording. It's almost August 1 again. Feels like it's, out of it. Maybe 1 year, but maybe 1 year. Go ahead with your take, or rest of the MLB. Go ahead.
Rest of the MLB, I got 2 more for you, and I think he would be a really good trade piece for them if he can get there. Is Ryan Hensley to the Red Sox out of the pen?
Okay.
And I'm reading that he's linked there. I don't think it'll end up happening. Is Stephen Kwan possibly?
I knew you were going to say that. Oh, Blue Jays! Thank God, thank God. I've been seeing a lot that he's been rumored to the Dodgers. That would really.
I'm going to say the Blue Jays.
I love Stephen Kwan, so that would really suck. So Blue Jays is a good pick. That's a good place. They got some prospects that could work. Okay, I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I think we're going to see a very silent deadline till that last minute. I don't think Cease is going to get traded.
Right. I saw he was linked to the Astros.
Sandy maybe.
Maybe.
The Mets seem to be linked to everybody, but not doing anything now. So we'll see. We'll see which team pull the trigger. The Yankees obviously won't have Judge for a couple weeks. How does that impact them? An outfield bat, someone like Taylor Ward that could fill something for, a Taylor Ward Rengifo swap or something. So maybe something there should be interesting. I would love to see some trades go down, but don't really know. I think the whole MLB I feel like is very even this year. You have obviously top teams on each side, but don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen. I hope we get some sort of decently big trades. I don't really like when the MLB trade deadline is kind of quiet. But yeah, I think I want to see some decently big trades, little Moneyball style. Start firing off assets.
Cool. Yeah, no, I would like to see that. Yeah, things have got to start moving. I know they usually do the last 2 days, but it feels like we haven't seen anything. So I just need something. Give me something.
No, nothing's been there.
But yeah, MLB trade deadline, full effect. Hopefully we have a good outcome. Hopefully you get a good Angels rant, pro or con, next week. So that should be exciting.
You will.
And now we got the MLB. We're focused on MLB. Football's back. we're locked in now. We're I think today, as we're recording this, tomorrow when it comes out is 31. But as we're recording, I think it's Travion Henderson days away from kickoff. 32 days. I think that
32
might
days
be
away from kickoff. We will
right
exactly
around
be.
that.
We'll be no. Tomorrow will be a month away.
Yeah, tomorrow 1 month.
Month
Tomorrow 1
away
month.
from game
Very
one.
exciting.
Month what?
Should be fun. Should be a good
Should be
time.
something.
Obviously, as the weeks go on, we'll have some more breakdown, and we're getting excited for it. So, sports going well. Jake's done with his internship. Great summer in Minnesota. He's heading back to Columbus now for his junior year. We'll dive into that in a couple weeks, probably heading into the second half of college. But now we're going to do a quick ad read and kick it for our clutch moment of the week. Our clutch moment of the week is brought to you by Shore Metals, serving Southern California since 1970. Big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. See Stan, he'll help you out. Jake Sharber, who do we got? Clutch moment of the week.
I got 2 this week for clutch moment of the week. Number 1 goes out to every MLB equipment manager, minus the Angels, making sure their team was wearing the Hall of Fame hat this weekend for Hall of Fame weekend. Thought that was awesome. Thought it made all the uniforms look great. Loved seeing the throwback logos. Loved seeing some of my favorites, Florida Marlins logo.
That's a classic.
I got to see the what else? Florida Marlins was out there. The Braves had a nice logo out there. Padres were rocking some nice throwbacks. Cleveland and Cincinnati with some great throwbacks. Those were great.
Milwaukee, I like theirs.
Milwaukee was great. Minnesota, of course, they went for the Little Big League M. So that was great. Second clutch moment of the week goes out to Detroit Tigers starter Troy Milton for a great comeback start the other day. Fantastic comeback start after a tough first outing, but way to come back and throw an amazing game in game 2 of your career in the pros.
Yeah, great bounce back. I think he gave up 6 earned runs in his first start.
Correct.
Next game, gets another chance at it. 7 innings of shutout ball. Pretty awesome. Can't write it. First major league win. First win at home. I follow some just like beat writers and like sport accounts that are like all over for all different teams. And
Sure.
One guy I follow, big Tigers guy, he was saying Troy Milton arguably saved the season. And Troy Milton came out, he pitched. The rotations have been kind of troubling. And that's kind of where they're at now. And he came in, dominated, played well. His parents were there. Pretty awesome to see. So Troy, congrats. First of many major league win. Awesome. My clutch moment, though, sticking in the baseball world, is actually for the Oakland A's, Nick Kurtz. 4 homer games, 6 for 6 in one game, 8 RBIs last week. An incredible game. Reason why he's clutch. An incredible game, 6 for 6, obviously, but 4 home runs. I think not a lot of people know this. It's actually more rare in the MLB than a perfect game. He's the 20th MLB player to ever do it. There's been 24 perfect games. Pretty insane. One of the craziest stats of a day you can have. Rookie, too, only played 66 games, which makes it even crazier. Got a good debate going of what's a better game. Kerry Wood's 20 strikeout game with 1 hit, or Nick Kurtz's 4 for 4. I still think it's Kerry Wood's game. That's only happened 3 times, I think, 20 strikeout games or around there.
Yeah.
But an awesome game for Nick Kurtz. What a day. Nick Kurtz, clutch moment of the week.
Love that. No, definitely. I think both are definitely hard. I think I would probably go with the 20 Ks over the 6 bomb.
Yeah, I think so too. But very exciting. Troy, Nick Kurtz, and equipment managers minus the Angels. Clutch moment of the week. Now we're going to kick it to outside the line.
Kicking off with outside the line, starting off with tone deaf person of the week. Michael, who's your tone deaf person of the week?
Yeah, I think my tone deaf person of the week. I have college coaches written down, but I can't remember why I did that. I think it may have just been. What was that?
It was the James Franklin video from
Oh
last week.
yeah, yeah. James Franklin. I just yeah. I mean, just coaches. I know they're showmen, but just talking too much. Go out and win ball games. James Franklin. He was talking crap about Notre Dame, and not that I'm a big Notre Dame homer in any means. I do not like them, but still talking crap. They beat you. Still an issue. Still talking about it. Just talking about the conferences. I agree they should join a conference, but let's move on. Let's focus on your season. Your team's in a big spot. Just candy ass. Another one, Steven and Jerry Jones. Every time they open their mouth, it's a mistake. Feels like they love to it feels like we're not even trying to win football games anymore. They love a quote. I saw, maybe it was ESPN. I saw someone talking about this hypothetical. They were like, if you could promise Jerry Jones the next 3 Super Bowls, but he wasn't allowed to give a press conference within those 3 years, I think Jerry says no. And as stupid as that sounds, I actually think he might be right. I actually
I
do.
think,
I
yeah.
do not, which is kind of crazy and not kind of, it's very embarrassing. And like, I'm tired of like seeing a good play and then just like shooting themselves in the foot with a quote and like, oh, well, the cheers were louder for CD last year as they were for Micah. Like, stop talking. Like, why are they talking? Like, just stop. I can't do it. I'm already stressed at work. I'm already stressed with everything else. Can't do it. So tone deaf to Joneses as always.
Of course, those are great tone deafs. Mine was one
How
of
about
my
how about
tone
yours?
deafs. One of my tone deafs was James Franklin as well. Um, yeah, he's got to just stop talking and win football games. I mean, you had the bye, you had a bye, and you had a pretty easy route. Or not a bye. You had to play game
They
one.
had
You had to play
SMU and Boise State.
sorry, basically a bye in game one. No offense to SMU fans, but no, you had a pretty free win in game one, and then a
You get the
pretty
group of
free run
five
in,
winner.
yeah, a group of five winner and group in round two, and you roll through them and then you go lose to Notre Dame. You lost. You lost. Go home, regroup, get ready for your next season. You can't complain about that. They're complaining about Notre Dame not being in a conference. That's ridiculous. Move on with your life,
Agreed.
keep going. Second tone deaf happened while I was at the tournament this weekend. I was going to the bathroom in the porta potty, and some
Okay.
woman left her bra inserts in the porta potty. Come on, just if you're gonna do that, just toss them, throw them in the trash. Don't do that. That's gross. The porta potty's already gross enough.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, just those two, or you have any more?
Just those two.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Very exciting. While you said that, looks like it's now 4-3 Rangers. They just gave up the lead.
There it
So
is.
that's exciting. But yeah, that's very interesting. I don't know why you're I mean, it had to have been hot to do that. Had to have been
Oh, it
warm.
was super hot. It was super
Gotta
hot.
get rid
But
of them.
still.
So very interesting, very tone deaf, very funny. But now we're gonna do a quick wrap up. Now, right and wrong side. What do you want? What do you got?
Right side is we will be. I'll be back in California on Sunday. I'm excited to see my friends. I'm excited to be back in my home bed. I'm excited to have nice air conditioning and not have to be sweating through the night. Get to play some golf, get to see my friends. So excited for that. Also excited for my trip to North Carolina a week from Saturday. It's going to be a good time. Never been out there. Olivia's going to show me around everywhere. We're going to walk
Are
around
you
Duke's
home and then North Carolina, or
home, North Carolina, drive from North Carolina to Columbus.
wait? So your car is going where?
My car is staying in Columbus. We're putting it into a storage unit for 2 weeks.
Got it. Got it. And then you're driving to North Carolina,
I'm flying from LAX directly to Raleigh.
and then how are you getting back to Columbus?
Olivia and I are driving
Got it. Okay. How long is that drive?
7.5 hours.
Oh wow. Okay. Hopefully you guys can split it.
Um,
That's a fun time. Some fun
but yeah,
stuff coming up.
Gonna be a good time. Go rock around Duke. Go to the beach. Gonna go to App State. Help move her younger sister in. I
Okay.
said my only ask is I want to see the baseball field with the trees. That's
Yeah.
my only ask for that trip.
That's
And
fair.
somehow, if lucky enough we open the door and Cameron Indoor is open, I will be walking in.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. Wrong side?
Wrong side is going to be weather. It was terrible weather last week. It was pouring rain the first 3 days, and then it was balls ass hot the last 4 days.
Very nice. Okay, that is a good wrong side. Yeah, that's definitely not
Also,
good.
you never
Okay.
you never get used to humidity ever. I'd rather be
No,
in
no.
blazing 100-degree heat.
And I think that's such a normal take for us, but the people here, and I would assume the people in Minnesota probably say the opposite. They like this because like
They
one
like
guy at work
this.
was like, "Oh, I hate the dry heat. It's terrible." I'm like, "It's so much better. This is like miserable." But yeah, okay, those are good ones.
Right
My right and
side,
wrong side. I'll start my wrong side. Wrong side's going out to Dean this week.
yes,
Dean
drama.
ruined a perfect Sunday, ending my night with a draft. Instead of having our Dynasty League draft this past Sunday that was agreed upon, everybody was ready to go, Dean gets his shift changed at the last minute, forcing everybody to kick forward the draft 1 week to next Sunday. So now we're doing our Dynasty draft coming up, which I guess is kind of a right side coming up, but negative because we had to wait a week. Now we're kicking it down the line. My right side, though, was I saw Fantastic Four on Sunday. Pretty good. I liked it. Saw someone like say a quote before the movie came out that it's not a home run, just like is a single, moves the guys around the bases, keeps the line moving. That's kind of what it was. I liked it. It was entertaining. I feel like some people thought it was too short. A lot of it got cut. I liked it. Kind of good setup for the future. We'll see where they go from here. I think the next time we'll see them is Doomsday next year. So Doomsday or Secret Wars? Which one's first?
Doomsday.
So we'll see them there next. So I'm very excited for that. Good movie. Don't think I'll be able to get the movies for the next couple of weeks.
Haven't seen it.
But another right side was Thursday night, long day at work. Meg got home early, bought me dinner. Very nice of her. It was nice. It was nice for her to do that to me. Didn't have to. I was planning on just coming home late and cooking for us, and she did that. It was great. And her birthday is coming up this upcoming week, so that'll be next Monday. So she'll get a shout out in next week's episode. But yeah, a lot of fun. 2 more weeks, a week and a half left of busy season. So close.
There we go. So close. What was for dinner? First question.
She got this Chinese place that's by our house that we like. Very good.
Is this the same place that I've been to?
No, it's a quicker. It's like a pickup place.
Oh, pick a place. Nice. Obviously, I know she might listen or might not listen. Big plans for the birthday?
Yeah, I think it's kind of tough for me. I got to work a lot. So I've kind of like tried to figure out what our schedule is going to be. I think Saturday night we're doing something. And then Sunday night we're going to dinner, just us two. But Saturday night, like we're doing something with friends. But I'm working Friday night. I'll probably work Saturday. Just kind of tough timing with this new job I'm on. So, but that's okay.
Sure.
We'll be fun. And then she was like, "It sucks. I got to work my birthday now." I was like, "It does suck. Welcome to the real world."
Right.
But very fun. It's going to be a good time, and we'll celebrate here.
There you go. Nice. How's softball going?
Softball's good. We won this week again, 2-0. First game went 2 for 2 with a sac fly, a homer, and an RBI single. This week I went 2 for 3. My first out, flew out to the warning track, my last at bat. Home run, RBI single, and a fly out. So been fun. Making some friends. It's a good time. We're a good team. It's co-ed. I like it. It's good to get me out of the house on Sundays. It's been fun. Good start, 2-0. Hopefully we keep it moving. Keep on going for the playoffs.
That's fun. Love to hear that. There we
Yeah.
go.
Going well, though. Everything's happening. Busy times. We're still here. Wrong Side Wednesday. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Happy Wrong Side Wednesday. We'll see you guys next week. Talk more football. Talk life. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
Stay blessed.